Yo, 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 how's it going? My name's Ollie, and this is my new podcast, Spinning Yarn. It's something I've had in the works for quite a while. Something I've always wanted to do, but never had the minerals to do. And I thought, do you know what? I've got nothing going on. It's time to just jump in, give it a go, and see what happens. This lockdown, I haven't had much going on. And I've needed a project, needed something to keep my brain active. It doesn't like inactivity. You know, the first lockdown, I thought I'd get myself a little job. You know, I'd do something while the gym's closed, keep myself busy, keep my thoughts occupied. I thought, yeah, DHL, that's a cushy little job, nice and relaxed. Mosey on round in your big yellow van, drop a few parcels off, no stress. Bullshit, yeah. There should be a bleep test minimum level you have to achieve with that job before you start. I was dashing about Exeter like Linford Christie. You know, I was wearing out the soles of my feet. It wasn't even worth the wage because I was replacing my shoes every other day. My days, ridiculous. You know, I was working there for quite a while, and I remember there was one day it was peak of the summer. And I'm not joking, it was about 35 degrees that day. It was sweltering. And they give me this van, and it had nothing in the way of ventilation in the back. I'd climb into the back, and there was parcels crying their eyes out. There were things that were sweating that should not be sweating. I was steaming like a lobster, turning all these parcels over, trying to figure out whose is whose. And do you remember that stars in their eyes when the guests used to come out after they'd all dressed up? When I opened the back doors in the van, it was like that, steam billowing out the back, like, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be your DHL driver. It was absolutely sweltering. But I take my hat off to those that do that full time. That is not an easy job. Being a courier is not an easy job. It is ruthless. So fair play to you. So, second lockdown wasn't quite so long. So I didn't have to do much in the way of keeping myself occupied. There was enough to do with the gyms whilst they were closed. But this third lockdown, obviously, we're having a longer one again. And I thought, I can't do it. I can't have nothing to focus on. My brain goes mad. I don't like inactivity. You know, my days are usually filled with 12 hours of interaction with members and people, and I absolutely love it. And when I don't have anything to think about, when my thoughts are allowed to stew, bad things happen. You know, I was stressing out yesterday because I couldn't figure out what went with quiche Lorraine for lunch. Quiche Lorraine, yeah, what is the etiquette? Is it potatoes? Is it like a variety of cheeses? I have no idea. I didn't grow up with quiche. It's not something I had. You know, that's the things I stress about when I haven't got important things to think about. And I thought, nope, I've got to do something. And that's how we ended up with this podcast. I'm really grateful for a very clever man in Jamie Bateman that's put this logo together for me. I'm absolutely buzzing about the finish. It looks great. The podcast is going to be audio and visual, so it's going to be going on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. So if you want to see my ugly mug and my fake teeth, not quite veneers, but they are fake, on YouTube, then check us out on there. And what I'm going to be doing is interviews of people that interest me, interesting characters, successful people. And I don't just mean successful in the way of financially. It could be they've achieved a high level in their sport, in their hobby. It could be, they've had a big family and that's what they wanted to do. It could be anything. It's people that are happy. They're happy with where they are in life, and I want to hear from them. I want to hear what makes them tick. I want to see what keeps them motivated. I want to hear what keeps people moving forward. I want to hear about where they've come to a fork in the road and they've gone right when they should have gone left, how they corrected their course and they're back on track, and how they're still progressing, still moving forward. So that's what the interviews are going to be about. I'm going to be doing weekly uploads. They're not going to be interviews every week. I'm going to be doing little rants, little subjects of the week. But I've got my swanky orange chairs here, ready for the interview process. I've got this lovely microphone, and I've got my nice neon sign being made up. And I was just thinking of every excuse for not recording. And I thought, mate, you've got to get something up there. You've got to get something up on the page. What's the point in buying all this stuff and then not getting something down? So this is my first upload. This is ground zero. This podcast isn't going to be a flash in the pan. It's going to be years in the making. It's going to be a long-term project for me. I'm really looking forward to getting going with it. So yeah, just a little hello. It's me. It's Ollie, Spinning Yarn. We're going to be uploading weekly. I hope you join us, and I look forward to hearing and seeing from you soon.